Okay, so let's talk about some of the additional resources that you're going to find using the Start Your Search button in the EBSCO Discovery Service product that you get through your APTA membership. On the right side of the page, after we see that there's the Rehabilitation Reference Center in the middle, you'll see the additional resources on the right. And there's that listing that you saw in the PowerPoint of all the additional resources. There's only going to be 4 that you will need to use that will actually be able to provide you with meta-analysis or systematic reviews on your topics. And so we're going to take away the top one and the bottom one because those are just publications written by your organization. And the one in the middle, called Education Resource Information Center, is not one that's going to actually look at physical therapy research studies. It's going to more look at education studies. So after searching some topics, I didn't find too many that kind of worked for you well there because it's just more education based. But what's great is that if you search inside here, it'll take your search term at the top here. And when you click on this button or tile over here, it actually pops your topic into the search box here, and it will give you the results. So there's 199 results for patellofemoral pain inside just the journal Physical Therapy. Now this database is set up much like EBSCO. You'll see all the limiters that you can set are going to be over here on the left hand side. So if I wanted to scroll down and I wanted to make sure I'm looking at systematic reviews, I can kind of go down here on the left and I can see that there are going to be 4 that I can access, and I can click directly on that and then it gives me those. And then I can also go down here and provide a date range. If I wanted to select a month, I can, but I could just do 2010 to 2020, click update, and then I have 3 that are accessible to me. You can click on the title, and then to get your PDF, you can click right here. So just know that that's another resource where you can kind of go and browse for the resources that you need. Now when you're sharing a link to a possible PDF like this should be a static link that you can use to share with your instructor at the very top of the page. So we are not inside that EBSCO product where you need a permalink. That one should be just fine. Now if we go back to our EBSCO Start Your Search results page, so we're going to get out of our, if you keep clicking the back button, it's going to take us back to the front. That's all right. If we click that extra tab closed, we go underneath, we can click on the Cochrane Database of Systematic Reviews. Right here, it does look similar. It has the EBSCO host right here, but you can see right here at the top, we are only searching the Cochrane Database of Systematic Reviews, and that's listed right there at the top for you. And you'll see that there are 10 listed in my results. They do not default to having full text, so these are ones that may be full text and maybe not, and they do have their date range right here. You'll see the most recent one they have is 2017, so I can go up here and do, okay, so let's do 2010 to 2017. It'll go dark, and then it'll give me those right here. Now it looks like this right here is kind of open. It shows me my search history. I can click my search history closed just by clicking on the term search history at the top. So then I just get those 6 that I can actually look at. Again, once we're in EBSCO host, if you want to share this particular article, you're going to want to need to get that actual permalink that's going to appear for you once you open the article up. It's moving a little slow. PDFs sometimes are a little slow to open just because they are large image files. So if you'd want to share this with your instructor, again, remember to go over to the little chain link icon. If you hover over it, it says permalink, and then a new little link will appear right here. That's the one that you will want to share. So that's how the Cochrane databases work. If we wanted to search and go and do the PEDRO, Pedro, you can click on it. Again, it will put your search term in the box, which is nice, and kind of give you a results page right into that product. You'll see that right here that there are the titles that you can have access to, and you'll see that right here it's going to tell you what method it is. So some of these are going to be practice guidelines, And some of them are going to be a systematic review. So you can see that right there. You can select the ones that you need. So when you're looking at the detailed search results, you'll see if you scroll down, this is like a big abstract at the top. They'll say the full text, sometimes free, may be available at these links. And they give you these little links here. And I already mentioned the PubMed Central and just PubMed. They have free access there. You're familiar with what a DOI number is. And the best thing you're familiar with is myself and Samantha, because what we can do is go and get you full text access to that particular database. So just keep that in mind, that not everything in Pedro is full text, but it gives you another option to go and search for some articles. Now, the last place we're going to look at is going to be this PubMed Central. When you bring it up, it's telling you right at the top, it's the National Library of Medicine, the National Institutes of Health. You'll see that your search term is right in here at the top. And then they are actually giving you your links right here to the title, so if you wanted to look at a summary, but then underneath you're going to have access to those resources right there. If you wanted to look at the article, if you want to just download the total PDF right here, you can click on that PDF. Again, you're going to have that static link to the article right there. So just know that that's how it all works. It's pretty cool having these quick resources in here on the right hand side. And underneath that, you might want to say, why do they include this on the right? The MESH suggestions, what does that even stand for? Those are the medical subject headings that you can kind of click on and use, just like they have these subject headings over here that are assigned by EBSCO. They're actually national medical subject headings that a lot of medical libraries use. They're just a little bit different, and they're more created by people who are more in the medical field. So just know that those are an option, that you can use those for just suggested topics as well, or if you wanted to click on them. All right, so let's go back and we will look at our PowerPoint slides again. I did go through and point out, just as a reminder, on the results page with these yellow arrows, the 4 that you will actually want to browse and that will have the meta-analysis or systematic reviews available. And I did do some screenshots to remind you that when you're in the physical therapy little additional resource, that you want to click on systematic reviews or meta-analysis and set your date range. I also highlighted when you're in the Cochrane database of systematic reviews that it'll highlight up here that that's where you are. You're not just in the regular EBSCO, and to set your publication dates. Also, when you're in Pedro, to make sure to look in the method column to see if it's a systematic review or if it's a clinical practice guideline. And then when you're in PubMed Central, oh yeah, when we were in here, I forgot to point out that with the publication dates, you'll see that's on the left-hand side where you can set that timeline. But also at the top, there is no way to limit down in PubMed Central for a systematic review or meta-analysis. So just adding that Boolean operator of and then I put in parentheses just to kind of say I want this or this. So I want patellofemoral pain and either systematic review or patellofemoral pain and either or meta-analysis. So that's kind of how I set it up there. So that is a helpful tool to kind of get through and see what's available in those additional resources. All right, next we're going to learn how to use the CINAHL product that's connected with the library.